First of all, I want to give some thanks to Jesus Christ for just allowing me to make this video for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the things I mentioned in my last video about why I have been led to, start to believe that we are living in the latter days talked about in the Bible. There's a few major components to why I believe this, not just one. I know a lot of people kind of get, shaky or kind of like, oh, I don't want to hear, certain things when you start to talk about like the disasters, or say, well, disasters have always happened. And that's true. That's very true. But I guess when you look at how everything comes together, can you really see the big picture? So I'm going to actually find some verses for you here that talks about the things you're going to start to see. Just hold on one second. I just got a new iPad and I'm learning how to use it. But basically Jesus told about these times like thousands of years ago, which is amazing to me. And his disciples asked, like, what's the sign of your coming? What should be the end of the world? And he said, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these things are the beginning of sorrows. So check out this video I'm gonna play for you. Just showing you how some of those things have manifested. And also in I think it's Luke 21. And he said, and there shall be signs in the sun, and the moon, and in the stars, and upon earth distress against nations, with perplexity, the sea and waves roaring, which has definitely manifested. You can check that out right here.
Pretty crazy.
The catastrophic earthquake in Chile was so powerful, it knocked the Earth off of its axis and shortened the length of the day.
Tonight there is another measure of how powerful this earthquake was. Listen to this. It moved so much mass on the planet that government scientists estimate it moved the Earth off its axis by about 3 inches, and as a result shortened the day.
Our planet is gearing up for its largest magnetic storm in years, due to arrive later today. A number of scientists have warned of possible technological catastrophe.
Hey everybody, this is the massive solar flare that took place today, February 13th. Check this out. Does that not look like the red horse of the apocalypse? That is the massive CME that was ejected off the surface of the sun today. They say it was close to an X-class, which is huge. Signs in the heavens, in the sun, in the moon. Matthew chapter 24.
Well, this is something new. There appears to be a triangle shape of some sort on our sun.
You'll be hearing a lot about this next item over the next 11 months, but astronomers have identified a new asteroid about 150 feet across, which is headed our way and may come so close to Earth that it will pass between us and the satellites orbiting in space above us. There's some debate in the scientific community about whether a direct hit is even possible. Most steadfastly say no. This is called 2012 DA-14. They say this will be the closest pass of an asteroid in the history of tracking such things. And again, while this pass is supposed to miss us, the experts all say there's nothing wrong with making sure your affairs are in order.
And then he even goes as far as to mention in Revelation, like, I know a lot of you guys people talk about the Illuminati, or, you know, whatever you want to call them. In Revelation 2:9, he says, I know thy works, thy tribulation and poverty. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but of the synagogue of Satan.
We must also understand that the teachings of all secret societies flow through the Kabbalah.
A girlfriend of mine was going all the time and to these classes. They're classes. It's the Kabbalah Learning Center. And basically the Kabbalah is the mystical interpretation of the New Testament. And she kept telling me about this really charismatic rabbi named Eitan who told these great stories, and she kept going on and on about it. And you know, and I said, listen, Susan, I'm not even Jewish. Why are you telling me these things? You know, and she's like, you don't have to be Jewish. Just come and take it, you know, study. And if you like it, well, you like it. If you don't, leave. So I did.
Those of you who have not learned what some call the deep things of Satan, I know your works, but I have this against you, that you have abandoned the love you had. And the soul beast lies like the sea with 10 horns and 7 heads, and a blasphemous name upon its head, and the beast that I saw was like a leopard. Its feet were like bears, and its mouth was like a lion's mouth, and to it the dragon gave power. And the whole earth followed the beast with wonder, and they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like the beast, and who can fight against the beast? It opened its mouth to utter blasphemous words against God.
You're still out here doing these songs, you know, you're still on tour.
I do, but I don't take it for granted.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I mean, I made a bargain with it, you know, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with you know, with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in the world we can't see.
Bob Dylan has been nominated.
The New World Order is like a rope. That rope is made up of cords of political, military, economic, scientific, cultural, and religious power that has always been pulling the world to a definite conclusion away from God. Recently, that pull has been getting progressively stronger. Each cord of the New World Order rope is composed of people at the outer layers who have no idea what the ultimate goal of those at the center of each cord is. As people work their way to the center of each cord, the ultimate goal of those associated with the New World Order becomes clear. A one-world government, a one-world economy, a one-world military, a one-world society, and a one-world religion, all enforced with absolute control under a single world ruler. This
Friday afternoon, and since that time, now the measure has been virtually ignored by the mainstream media. Now the order essentially gives the President of the United States absolute power over any and all American resources during both times of peace and national crisis. Now this includes, but is not limited to, food and livestock, water, plants, energy, health resources, transportation, and construction materials, and gives the government the ability to, quote, control the general distribution of any material including applicable services in the civilian market. Now, White House Press Secretary Jay Carney laughed off a question about the document at today's briefing. Let's take a look.
There's been some online commentary suggesting this gives the executive branch power to allocate energy, food, water in either peacetime or wartime. And there are some conservative blogs that are pushing the notion that this suggests the White House is preparing for a war with Iran. Can you explain what this executive order was?
Well, I cannot explain that reaction to it. I think it was a fairly standard and routine piece of business.
Now, not everybody's laughing about this executive order. In fact, some have suggested this would give the President of the United States the authority to declare basically martial law during times of peace. And to be sure, this is simply the latest string of actions taken by the administration that ignore the basic principles of our Constitution. Joining me now.
Now, this topic is really complex, and unless you do a lot of research, you might not understand the extent of what the I guess most people call it the Illuminati. I wouldn't necessarily label it as that, but what that is and how it controls the majority of our aspects of life, whether it be TV and entertainment, the weather, like just any, really, I can't think of one aspect. Food, the food industry, the FDA, like all these things are actually heavily controlled by them, because they understand that we're in the latter days, and they're pushing something called the New World Order, which is basically, it's been in the works for a while. You can look on the back of your dollar bill and see that it says in Latin, basically it's translated into the New World Order under the all-seeing eye pyramid. But you should definitely check that out and see what the New World Order is, because it's directly related to Bible prophecy. And it's at the door. It's really at the door. So I'm going to make a separate video for you guys about exactly what the New World Order is and how it affects you, and how you should be really just getting prepared, really seeking out Jesus in these last days. Because time is really short. Like, I didn't really want to believe that until I really started seeking the truth and seeking Him out, and now I'm content with it, because I know my place in all this. I'm making this video so some of you guys who are, kind of in question, kind of seeing stuff going on, not really seeing the full picture, I just want to bring you this info so you can know your place and where you stand in it. And once you do that, you'll find peace. So I just thank you so much for watching this video. I just hope that you're moved by it. So peace and God bless. So